Hi, my name is Hughes, and I'm making this video in response to the new threats to freedom video on college censorship. I think that freedom of speech is a paramount right. It is located within the First Amendment, and therefore it's one of the prime rights that we hold as citizens of the United States. Um, it was once said that through education we're able to preserve our liberty, and I believe this. But I think that if college campuses are placing restrictions on their students' right to freedom of speech, then it makes it very hard for the student to formulate an opinion and to be able to defend it. And if we don't have an opinion that we can stand for and defend, then it really isn't an opinion at all, but rather an indoctrinated philosophy, if you will. You don't understand why you believe it, just simply the fact that you do believe it. And this has very polarizing effects. I mean, you see it today in the news, and you see it in the House and within um, all branches of government within on Capitol Hill. Um, there's just this very polarizing effect between conservatism and liberalism. There is no real middle ground. Um, and this has caused extremely polarizing effects within society today. Um, and uh, and what people seem to forget is that freedom of speech has caused very positive things within American history. Um, Freedom of speech allowed Martin Luther King to pass the to ultimately create the situation where it was possible for the 1964 Civil Rights Act um, to be to become legislation, and it allowed the women's suffrage movement to ultimately create the situation where the 19th Amendment could be ratified. Um, and I think that the reason why there's so much restriction on freedom of speech, I think, is that people are afraid of voicing an opinion these days because God forbid you offend somebody, or God forbid you ruffle feathers. But the thing is that every opinion that somebody has, every opinion that is put out there for somebody to see, it's gonna offend somebody. And I have to ask the question: if your opinion's going to offend somebody, does that mean that you shouldn't voice it? I mean, every opinion's going to offend somebody. Um, I think that sometimes somebody needs to be offended. Sometimes feathers have to be ruffled um, in order for someone to defend their ideas and to formulate and understand the opinion that they have and why they have it. Um, I mean, it's it was once said that through John Adams that if men through fear, fraud, or mistake should in terms renounce and give up any essential natural right, the eternal law of reason and the great end of society would absolutely vacate such renunciation. The right to freedom being the gift of God Almighty, it is not in the power of man to alienate this gift and voluntarily become a slave. This was John Adams saying this in The Rights of Colonists in 1772. Um, just to finish up, college is meant to prepare you for the real world, and if colleges are placing restrictions on a person's right to freedom of speech, then they really aren't preparing them for the real world. There's a lot of legislation that's going on right now. There's a lot of political debates and things going on throughout the world right now that are going to affect the college students of today years from now. And I don't understand why college students shouldn't be debating and formulating an opinion on these ideas now. Because I mean the healthcare bill, it's going to take place come into effect in 2014, and the situation in the Middle East could affect them from years to come. I feel that that college students should have that right to formulate an opinion now, or else become slaves to a indoctrinated philosophy, which is happening right now to this day. So anyways, I thank you, and have a good day.